Hey, Bjorn, Strongndarm here. Welcome back to the Big Disco. I don't need to be carrying around this flashlight anymore, I don't think, so let's get rid of it for now. But actually, I think I want to put my really terrible necktie back on as well. Not because I like it, but I like what it says to me sometimes. New items. Antique rifle. That rifle reminds me of one of the things I want to do while I'm around in this neck of the woods, and that is I want to go back to old man Evrart and tell him I've done his little dirty deed for him. I don't have to spill that didn't do it the way he wanted, and then get him to tell me where my gun is, if he knows, and if he doesn't, then I don't know. Now, we looked at here before. Can we browse the folders again? Anything interesting? All right, I've already been through all of them. Nope, nothing. I didn't know if I couldn't remember like a new ability that let me do something that I couldn't do before. Actually, on that front, there was this. It was like a legendary check to try to talk this thing open. Actually, where do I go? I'll go this way. There was a crate that I lowered, and right here, I think. Probably still can't talk it open. I don't know if I put any more points. Wait a minute. Who is that person? I can't get to there. It must be somebody. Okay, it's one of Measurehead's lackeys, hangers-on, however you want to put it. Right. Can I have more rhetoric. It says it's impossible. Let's see what my clothes situation looks like rhetoric-wise. All right, nothing I have will give me. I have a -1 to rhetoric. From the hats. All right, so I don't think I have anything that gives me rhetoric, but the hat was bringing me down a bit. So. Let's try it. Up to a 17%. Nope. And it's always been. It's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. Maybe I am indeed. But you know what? I had to try. Just couldn't live with myself if I hadn't given it another shot. But now, let's go see what Evrart has to say to us. There he is, typing away in his typewriter. Old Evrart Clare. Oh, perception? This is not a fishing rod. It's what? I don't understand. Was there something back down here I went past? Huh. Strange. Okay. Well, Mr. Clare, how are you?
Mr. Dubois, every worker.
He leans towards you, waiting for you to complete a sentence. I could say, a member of the board is a living god, is an organ in the great state organism of war, also looks just like me, or for himself. I like number 3.
Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
There's a lot of things I could do. I could say, I'm told the union is involved in the... Well, let's start with the signature. I mailed the signatures you asked me to get. No, you didn't? He waves you off the chuckle. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town. And I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done once you stop horsing around. He nods reassuringly. Let me know when it's done. All right. I forgot the bit about sort of throwing. I forgot the bit about putting it in the mailbox. Oops. Yeah. All right. Let me just run back and do that. I'll be back in a second. Okay. This, I think, is the mailbox. I knew we get to use this mailbox for something. Yes, for sending mail. Drop the white envelope into the mailbox. Boom, you drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail is collected in there. They'll be empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow. All right, let's go back to Everard. The lieutenant turns towards the industrial harbor. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late. All right, yes, now we'll go and try this again. Okay, here we are, back at Everard's place. Let's try it a second time. Come on.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes.
You're telling me, Everard, but yes.
Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail. The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful, simply wonderful, Harry. He claps his hands together like a child who just been offered cotton candy. Of course, I already knew this. My friend the mailman confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. He nods to the lieutenant, smiling broadly. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing is off the table. Oh, Berton, you played the old man like a three-string banjo. He has no idea. Better not to gloat, sire. 'Tis arrogance that gave the play away. Be subtle. Can I get my gun now? Harry, I've got to be honest with you. He turns solemn. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done. Yes, it had to be done for blackmail reasons. I'm not even going to get angry. Just fine. Where is it, Everard? An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out. This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy, the one he described as terrifying. So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy. Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. He smiles, shakes his head in wonderment. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that. Wild. Anyway. Union boys are going to help you fix it, he winks at you. Don't worry, Harry. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Débardeurs Union. Apparently she was waving it around the entrance to her building. She was waving it around at people. As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. He smiles. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt. Who is this old woman? Is it the old woman who gave us a place to sleep? Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs. There it is again. The Pigs, like Roy said. Not good at all. I, for one, finds it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig, says Kim. A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth. It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction. Can you set up a meeting? I already have. He holds out his index finger. Tonight, starting 22 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast, the one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous. But you did ask for this. Now, he claps his hands. Back to the fun stuff. She will be there from 22 until 2 a.m. More fun stuff. He looks at you. It seems like we already have fun stuff to do. Did you order the hanged man killed? Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I am too fat for that. Yeah, why are you so fat? Glad you ask. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. He wags his finger at you. Good job, too, as it has made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics. That is true. People don't trust pretty people. What do you gain from him being dead? Why, a war, of course. And what do you have to gain from a war? Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We're going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. Have you ever seen what 2 giant Ceres hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it. I have. It's a great story, Harry. He nods. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket Lee entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies. He crossed his hands contentedly, thinking of the interior temperature of the wasp rising. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them. The fascists hate them. Even the moralists think they're in bad taste. And how is this connected to the strike? Harry, there is no strike, only war, class war, or in business terms, a dawn raid or wait. He pauses to rub his chin. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee makers. We're going to take all of it for the people. And fuck Wild Pines. The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often. So that's why you haven't let Joyce in. Yes, it's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance. What? Tits from her asshole. It's a local saying. Actually, no, it's not. Why are you telling me your plans? Don't I have to be, tied up hanging over a vat of acid before you tell me your evil plans? Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. He looks at the swordfish clock and nods. It's already happening. All right, who killed the hanged man? No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If we ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him. He really doesn't know. A guy, huh? How do you know it's a guy? I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know. He really doesn't. How many of you guys are there in the Union? 2,372. He replies like a whip. Plus yours truly, of course. 2373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol. Well, how are you going to fund your new independent harbor? Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients who will ditch us? Harry, we've thought of everything. Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day. You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse. Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez. and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams. He has no idea, does he? Oh, it's drugs. That's what he's saying. Drug trafficking, Kim confirms. Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. These are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonial about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babies, people with disabilities. That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it? The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, he makes air quotes, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debadar's Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. He slams his fist in the desk once more. So your sick kid can have his benefit and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone. Benefit is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis. And the kids in the street can get speed and a paroleon. I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. He smiles. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share, and I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez. He's basically admitting to it. Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share? Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies. Lieutenant nods slowly. Understood. I mean, I can say drugs are a no-go for me to report this. I have to admit it's a well-put-together plan and far removed from you. Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder, okay? Or makes sense to relate the drug trade like this, keeps it out of more dangerous hands. I mean, I just want to solve this murder. I'm a murder detective. You know why you're such a good detective, Harry. You don't get sidetracked. Oh, you do not know me, Everard. You care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not be unethical. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is but a small part of Martinez. I mean, it'd still be illegal. Let's look at the big picture, Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music, young mothers who want to start businesses, models who want to walk catwalks, and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everybody's going to pull their weight. I don't know what I think about all this. I mean, I don't like any of these options. I don't want to say, if it has the word incorporated, I'm in, I like money. I don't want to say that's very ambitious, I love what you're doing for the working man. I don't want to say I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here, not in the flavors of King. This is basically like capitalist, socialist, fascist, and sitter on the fencer. And I guess I've been on the fence for so long, I don't want to hop off it now. So I guess I'll say, honestly, it's not my place to judge or express an opinion. Harry, the lengths you're willing to go to keep your nose clean is remarkable. He stares at you lovingly. You will always have a warm bed in Mr. Clare's household, my friend, and a special place in the future of Martinez. Look, dude, I just wanted my gun back. Can I ask you about specific union members? We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. His eyes are shining. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He points to the door. He loves to run his mouth on such matters, but I'm in big time mode, Harry. All right, that's it for now. Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debradars Union. Suddenly there's sadness in his tone. This, he points to you then himself, has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. Alright, I'm gonna leave. Might talk again later. I just don't like talking to him. There's lots more I could say, but I'm just kind of no. Now, the other thing I want to do while we're in this area of town that we really got to get sorted out is to... Oh, I did level up. I'm back to 3 skill points. I don't really know what I want at this stage. I definitely should go up on something. Maybe a little more volition. I do like volition. I think it's really good. Like, thing to have. I'm way up high with Inland Empire. I think I'm also getting pretty close to the apricot chewing gum scented one. I'm gonna, I am gonna level 1 up in my volition. Volition has been good to me. It's one of the few that I actually trust. Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to go back to the apartment complex and try to find the wife of the dead dude that we found since we took that case. Tell her, like, something bad has happened to her hubby, see how she reacts, yada yada. So we're on our way there. Oh, interesting. I don't recognize that box. Or a, signal blue naval coat. Interesting. Have I looked at this already? This, like, mural or whatever? Let's get out of here, Kuno! This wall on the side of an apartment building. Why am I looking at this wall? I don't know. Am I missing any conceptualization boosts that I could get? I don't have any right now. So this jacket would help. And this white shirt would help. And then these trousers look terrible with look at me. Oh man, what a look. All right. And now probably because with the trousers on I have this purple thought. These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. I like regular normal things. Sounds false. I know you do. These isolary pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Uh-oh. All right. Now, can we conceptualize this? Nice! Because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. All the other walls and all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. More! Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it. Huh? He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel to use as paint. It's red, and Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on. First, I know you're tired, Kim, but taking a look at this wall, draw nourishment from its beauty. Sure. Lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly and back at you. I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull. He sighs and adds in a resigned tone, if you must. You know what? I totally must. All right. Let's head up. We'll head in and see if we can find our person. Okay, let's see. Maybe she can tell me.
Give me a moment.
Yes. The cleaning lady still seems to be having difficulty breathing. I'm looking for Billy Majan. Do you know where she lives? She narrows her pale gray eyes. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find Majan's in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of the doors on the balcony. Thanks, I'm off. Let's first go up here. And, alright, this balcony doesn't have anything in it. There is this thing here. Oh, a nice tear. Alright, Cindy?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Indeed. Piss and fuck the world send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask the genuine tenderness. They seem to hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but... She softens. But their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Okay, then how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance and presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air, somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We being the raucous, you bring the sirens. Cindy, I'm going to need your paintbrush. What for? For art. It's for art, okay? Well, if it's for art... But her eyes narrowed to slits. What kind of art are we talking about? Grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest. The most groundbreaking. Let me stop you right there, pigsty. She interjects, raising her hand. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off. To crush a man's dreams like that, I hope you're happy. Oh, man. There, piggy, she says in mock compassion. I guess art just isn't really you, 'cause you suck in life and in everything. Oh, man. Catch you later, Cindy. That is a red check, and I really want to pass it. I think I have as much conceptualization as I'm going to get. I'm going to add one. And... Alright, we're going to try it again.
Officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Okay, big money, no whammies. Dang it! They do say the painter always paints his own portrait. I'm going to paint a self-portrait, but sort of, from the inside to show people what it's like. That's pretty fucked up, even for you, piggo. Okay, I won't do that. Please just give me some paint and a brush. I need to do some art. You're a real sad sack, you know that? Go ahead, then. She drops the paintbrush at your feet. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portraits. Thanks, Cindy. Sure, anytime. Us shit artists have to help one another. She looks down at the wall and frowns. Besides, I was out of fuel oil anyway. The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your kinema. Red dyed heavy fuel oil, paint and a brush. You're ready to do this. Catch you later, Cindy. Yes, I am. All right. Let's make this happen. All right. Here we go. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. Fuck the police. I love you, Kuno, mother of all walls. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking, or let it be blank for now. I thought I was going to paint it. I didn't think I was going to just write words on it. I don't know. I'm kind of with Cindy now. That's terrible. All right. I'm going to ponder on exactly what I want to do. Head up to the balcony. And she said door 20, which is this one right here, I'm guessing. So, apartment number 20, other brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup à l'orange? Lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work. Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need this. You don't need to sat it up. Knock. You're a policeman. Do your job.
Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door. And someone turns on the radio. Look at the lieutenant first. He gives you a short, encouraging nod. Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please. Give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside. Tidying up nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
All right, here we go. Okay, here we are. I've got some bad news to break to you, Miss Majon, but I think it's going to have to wait because we are out of time for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.